Now we're going to talk about the second half of part 6, which the first part we went over resistance. Now we're going to do the diode check and capacitance check. So the first thing we're going to do is do a diode check. Before we can do that though, we have to make sure our meter is properly set up. Just like we showed on the resistance check, you got to make sure you turn your dial to the right setting. So we may have to go through the mode function until we come up to the diode check. If we use our meter, we're going to go from ground with our black. We're going to touch the Q pin with the red lead, and right now you'll see no reading or no L readings and out of limits. That is actually a good reading right now because we're going the opposite direction current should flow on this diode. If I swap them around, now I have my red on ground and I have my black on Q, and I get a reading of 0.318. Basically that is a voltage drop reading to tell me how much drop is across that diode. Why is this important? Even if just the very basic function of this is if you have a technician that's going to compete, is we want them to understand what all these components are and how to properly check them. The last thing we're going to talk about on section 6 is capacitor or capacitance check. To make sure we're on the farad check. You see a little symbol right here on the screen. We know we're in the right function right now. In order to do the check, first we're going to hook the black to the common ground and we'll hook the red lead to pin S. Look at the reading. We have a 1.8 microfarad. Capacitors are used all kinds of different places on vehicles, so you got to make sure you do understand what you're checking.